Hi everyone. So I suggest just waiting for several minutes for others because we have about several hundreds of people today. So I think let's wait just about 3 or 4 minutes. Okay, let's start, I think. Yeah. Hi all. My name is Nikita Gurovsky, and I'm working in travel payouts for almost 5 years. So in this webinar, me and my colleagues will try to explain how to earn money on travel traffic. This is the first webinar in our affiliate network. So if you like this idea, we will continue making these webinars in several months. So to prevent any connection difficulties, I think it's a better idea to turn off the camera and start showing my presentation. Okay, great. By the way, the video of this webinar will be available in your personal accounts soon after the end of the webinar. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the spatial section in the right sidebar. We will answer and look for them there. So the main question is how much you can earn on travel traffic. Let me show you our top 10 affiliates payouts for April. As you can see, you can be quite successful with travel websites as well. What is travel payouts? Basically, travel payouts is an affiliate program for two of our products. The first one is a flights meta search engine called JetRadar, and the second one is a hotels meta search engine. What is a meta search? We get prices from different agencies and OTAs, compare these prices and show the lowest price to the visitor. And in a few weeks, I think we will integrate other advertisers, for example, rental cars and home away. So you can earn even more money on the same amount of traffic. Okay, this is our flights meta search engine. As you see, all our tools support different languages and regions. So you can develop your own website in the area where the competition is quite low, or in the area that you know best. This is our hotels meta search. It takes prices from Booking.com, Agoda, and other agencies, compare them, and this is how it works, basically. For our affiliates, we create a spatial solution called White Label. Now you can offer flights and hotels directly on your website. So your visitors don't have to leave your website. You can customize footer and header with your logo and create your own website. White Label supports adaptive design, so it can be best used on mobile phones and tablets. So, in other words, White Label is your own travel search engine. And the question is how to drive traffic from your website to your White Label. For example, you have a travel blog, and you need to promote flights and hotels in your articles, in your posts. You need spatial entry points for your visitors. And we have them. We have perfect search widgets and search forms, as well as a calendar of low prices, specific hotels widgets, and many more. You can see them on the slide. What is more important, they are available in a spatial WordPress plugin. So if you have a WordPress blog or a content project, you can integrate these tools, these widgets, just in a few clicks. And how can you drive traffic to your website? There are several ways. Basically, you can drive organic traffic from search engines, social networks, or buy traffic in pay-per-click systems. Of course, I recommend the first option because it is much cheaper and the traffic you get from this channel will have better CTR. To get a lot of organic traffic, you need to improve search engine optimization on your website and pay a lot of attention to the content. You can generate the content with our data API. There's some statistic information on flights, airlines, etc. So on the slide, you can see a small screenshot of the whole web page that is fully generated on data get from the API. So here we can see some statistical data about prices and many others. My colleague Alex will tell you some more information about content strategy later. So It is not a secret that our top affiliates that you can see on the slide, that they are working with mobile apps. But creating a mobile app is a kind of rocket science for many of us. For this case, our mobile department creates a special SDK that can help you to create your own travel application in a few hours. It is fully customizable and supports both Android and iOS platform. And if you create your application on this mobile SDK, you will earn lifetime commission on a revenue share model, lifetime. Yes, this SDK supports flights, hotels, and you can also place some advertisement. Vice President of our mobile department, Ivan, will tell you some more information in the next hour. So that's it. That was a short introduction to give some basic information about our network, about possibilities you have, about our tools. And now let me introduce our next speaker, Alex Tachalova. She is a great specialist in digital marketing, and she will just give you some really cool information. And if you need some more information about our tools, you can visit our blog and our help desk. You can see links on the slide. That's it. Alex, you are welcome.
Thank you, Nikita. That will help you receive organic traffic and rank your site well in Google. And so, okay. And so, well, but I'm sure when you see the title of my topic of my slide, how to create an effective content strategy, you're wondering why do you need it? Because when we talk about content strategy, it's mostly related to brands, to loyal community, when we want to build loyal community. And so it's about understanding audience needs. And do we really need to do that when we need to generate traffic for affiliate websites? Actually, we decided to take a look at this problem from different angles, and I'll tell you that first of all, we decided to approach 50 well-known affiliate experts, and among those were those guys like Jennifer Sakov, Adam Rainville, Brandon, Marcus Sarek, Oliver Raup, Matthew Woodward. I'm sure some of those names are familiar to you. Well, actually, I know some of those guys as well, and I had a pleasure to speak at the same conference with Brandon. And yeah, and so talking about this survey, we decided to ask a couple of questions those experts, and the very first question was about links. And well, not particularly about links. It's better to say that it was about the best strategy that on average generate will let you get more clicks and for sure conversions when you're going to send traffic from your website to an advertiser. And so experts they confirmed that allocating links and relevant content, and that's what I feel is also the best approach here. So they confirmed that that will generate more clicks and then for sure conversions. So that's the first thing that's the first question. And the second one, we ask about the best traffic sources. So which of the following affiliate site traffic sources are the best, also in terms of generating visitors? and they claim that search organic, that will be the best one. Then we see search paid. On the third place, actually, we see social and the rest of others. So these two questions, well, actually, they give us the idea that content is really important here, because you can't, well, there is no way to allocate a link in relevant content if you don't have anything on your website, if you don't have posts, articles, or any written text. And so, and from other side, there is no way to rank in Google without having content, because you need keywords and the right search terms carefully selected by you that will be also allocated in your content. And by those keywords, you're going to appear in Google. So, but that's all about content, which is not actually a strategy, and that simply tells that we need content. But moving further, I have a quick question to you guys. So do you think that you can rank well in Google without links? Would love to hear a yes, no, whatever you wanna. And so basically my answer to this question is no, you can't rank in Google without links. There is no way. And but also we decided to analyze travel affiliate sites in order to receive a clear answer to this question, because well, that's my opinion, that's your opinion, but we need data to prove our statements. And that's why we analyzed a bit less than 400 travel affiliate websites in order to receive a clear answer to this question. And we found that the minimum number of referring domains should be a bit over 130, and if to be accurate, 136. That's the average number. So basically, everything tells us that in order to rank in Google well, we need a strategy that allows us to generate content that will that will be linkable by other sites. So, and that's why I wanted today show you a step-by-step process of creating an effective content strategy. That's why we need a strategy here, a well-developed content strategy that will guarantee that all your posts will get enough links. And this allows you to get a sufficient flow of organic visitors and to generate money for sure. So that's why I want to share with you this 3-step process, really simple, that helps you build content that will be, first of all, primarily focused on generating links. So just to note, and just to let you know, that I'm not going to talk today about private block networks, so PBNs, and any other ways of getting links that involve, let's say, unnatural ways of getting links, of acquiring links, because it's, well, so being honest, those are strategies that they lead to penalization, and I don't like it, because what I think, if you invest in something, it's better to have it for let's say, it's better to have it for a quite long time, which makes sense here. And if we are going to talk about content and about generating links through content, I think it makes sense not to be penalized by Google, and that's why I want to touch those strategies here today. And so we'll see how you can do it. And also my personal specialization, I'm really good in building links through content, And if you go and search for my articles on Search Engine Journal, on Moz blog, you will find that I mostly write about those strategies. And so that's what I do for my clients. And that's why I want to share this with you, with some, well, definitely some laser targeted and affiliate market. And we'll see. So talking about this process. So first of all, start with analyzing your competitive landscape. That allows you to understand what's going on, how many links do you need to generate in order to rank by a particular search query, and well, and whether it's possible to rank by this search query. Then you need to build an outreach list, because that's a core principle of link building through content, because you need to outreach other people in order to get links. And so the last one, you need to select the right strategy to generate links, so that will be the right strategy for an outreach, actually, how you're going to start your conversation with other sites, and that's more or less related to the final part of this process. So let's start from the very beginning. So competitive landscape analysis. So the first step will be you need to check whether a selected by you topic has enough search queries. So whether users they're really searching, and whether you have enough, and whether it has this topic has enough search volume. And the second one will be find what other sites write about a topic you selected. And the last one will be discover the number of links you need to have to rank well for a selected topic. Let me show how I do it normally, and so you'll find that it's pretty easy. So here's SEMrush keyword tool, where you can type in any keyword. So for instance, here's flights to Cuba, which was actually they like 1 year ago, they started to do it from US to Cuba, and so I've noted that there is kind of a growth of searches in this particular niche. And so basically, why I recommend to use this tool, because what you can do here, you can here type in any topic, well, it will be a search query in our case, and this tool groups all the keywords by, so as you can see, it's here, it's grouped by the number of keywords that a particular so that's the number of group keywords. I'm sorry. And also there is all the keywords which you can find in a particular group. So you can click on that site in that tool and see there all the keywords that are associated with a particular group. And also what I love here, you can see total search volume of a particular group of keywords, and as well as the average difficulty of promotion. So here is what does it mean, average difficulty of promotion? That's calculated inside SEMrush, and it points out how hard it will be for you to rank by this group of keywords in Google on the top two in the top 2 pages. But well, what SEMrush doesn't really take into account here that you might also that the number of referring domains. Basically, you also need to take this into consideration when you're going to evaluate this, but I'll show you later about this. And also, you can use BuzzSumma, which is quite good for analyzing topics. So if we, let's imagine we want to discover what other sites writing about flights to Cuba. And so we can see what kind of, let's say, articles are published and were published. And that gives us an idea what kind of content we need to produce in order to get links, because this content, as you can see here, there is a number of links, here a column, and social shares. So this content is linkable and shareable. Well, not particular all content that you're going to find in BuzzSumo for sure, but it helps you figure out what kind of topics you need to cover, and so what you can, well, in general, write about. And so the last one, when you know what kind of topic you want to cover, and you know that there is enough search volume behind those topics, and well, let's say SEMrush tells you that it's not so hard to promote your site by this keyword, the difficulty isn't very high. Still, you need to check how many links do you need in order to rank in Google, in order to rank well at Google. So what I do normally, I take all the domains, well, let's say here it's better to say URLs, and also I look then at domains as well, of those URLs. So I take all URLs that appear by a particular keyword, and that's what you can take from SEMrush or simply search in Google. Or if you have a lot of keywords, and if you have an access to any position tracker, when you can track keywords positions, you can just put the list of keywords you wanna scrape and get those URLs. And after this, you can go to Ahrefs or Majestic, and both of those tools, they have batch analysis tool that allows you to persist at once a good number of URLs. So in Ahrefs particularly, you can check at once up to 200 URLs, and in Majestic even up to 10,000. Well, here it's, in this example, I use Ahrefs, but it just, depends on what you prefer. And actually, Majestic, it costs a little bit less than Ahrefs. So if you compare their pricing. So basically, you take all those URLs and then go to Ahrefs and you check the referring domains of those URLs, as well as those sites referring domains. So as you can see, two columns here. The one that's the site referring domains, and the second one that's URL referring domains. Why do we need these numbers? Because here from this column we can learn how many links we need to have in order to rank well in Google. So basically, as I can see, it's around I would say roughly maybe 20-30 links. That's what we need to reach in order to rank by this particular keyword. Just I remember it was flight to Cuba, which is pretty generic actually. Just because of that, it requires more efforts. Not sure how it's going to be good in terms of generating money, because it's pretty generic, as I've already mentioned. And also looking at this, because you need to take into consideration not only URLs, because you need also to take a look at the power of domains, how powerful they are, because if you're not going to take a look at this table and you only make your estimation based on these, then you can make a mistake. And basically, you can produce your content that will be targeted on a topic that you won't be able to rank, because domains, as you can see here, they all have a pretty big backlink profile. So they have a lot of referring domains. So that's why I would say that I'm not going to target this particular keyword, and it's better to find something which will be well, not really. It's not a blank screen. Nikita, can you see a blank screen as well? Oh, it's not blank. Hey, Mark, do you still see a blank screen? It's good here. Mark, I have no idea what I can do right now, but I can share my slides after my presentation. What I can recommend to you, Mark, you can refresh, can you refresh a session? Because if I'm going to refresh my session, it's going to take, okay. Little square, yeah, I don't know how to move it. It just, yeah, I have no idea how can I move it from here. No, it's just sound. Yeah, I'd love to move it from here, but have no idea. No, I'm sorry. If I do this, might be better. It's better if it's full screen. No. Okay, so I can try full screen, which might be better for you guys. I'm sorry about that black square. So basically, and so I was talking about these two columns, and so yeah, well, the data tell us that this particular keyword might be not the best option for us. So and by looking at those numbers, you can spot the best keywords and topics for you. And then we are moving to the second stage when we are talking about generating links, closer to generating links, but not necessarily, because that's a preparation stage when we are going to build a list of websites. And so we are going firstly to start with websites that link to your type of content. So what does it mean here? That you need to find websites that previously were linking to similar content, and I'll show you how I can do it. That's more or less pretty easy to uncover. And the second here, it's travel niche websites with domain sites close to your own. So here, I would just recommend simply to search for bloggers that have recently started their blogs about travel, and so you might find them on Facebook groups, in LinkedIn, and those people they will be interested in linking to you, let's say, way more than the rest of others. So, and talking about building a list of sites that have relevant, that was linked into similar content. In that case, you can use BuzzSumo, and that's the column that you need to be focused on here. So basically, you need to collect all those URLs that have links. And so that's the number of referring domain that a particular, well, let's say URL or a particular content has. Then you can also build this list by scraping Google. So you can use a position tracking tool or any kind of, I can recommend AccuRanker, which doesn't cost a lot. It's actually around 30, maybe 30 bucks per month, where you can just simply add all the keywords that you want to scrape from Google. And it's really, and it's going to provide you results very fast, what I love about AccuRanker. Or you can use SEMrush or any kind of tool that you normally use for this. And basically, you need those URLs because you're going to look at referring domains of those URLs as well. And so what you need to do here, if you can use a Ahrefs or Majestic API, that definitely will speed up this process. So, or you can do it manually. That's, well, what I normally do actually. Because, well, why I do it manually? Because I can do it also automatically because I have an API access to both tools. But here the thing that when I go and check those links, I also try to understand the reasons why a particular domain made edit a link to other domain. So by looking at by analyzing this data, it helps me create the right outreach email because I do it mostly manually. But it depends on the number of links that you need. If we talk about 20, 30 links, yes, it's doable. If we talk about 100, 200 links, it might make sense to automate this in order not to waste your time, because in reality, yes, if you do it automatically, the response rate will be a lot lower. But if we imagine that you can send, I don't know, 1,000 emails, outreach emails at once, and receive even, I don't know, 5%, that will be your response rate, it still will be fairly enough. So it depends on, let's say, on the process itself, on your resources, and how you can organize this. So yeah, I'll do it mostly manually, but let's say I would imagine that for some particular needs, I would prefer to do it automatically. And so you just, you check those links and create an outreach list. And the last one step here, it's you need to select the right strategy to work with those sites. So basically, if you do it automatically, I would recommend to just make different tiers. For those that are really small, you can send just generic email and don't care a lot. For those that have, let's say, kind of authority, so they are not so small and they have a good backlink profile, you can try to, well, I don't know, you can try to send a personal message, for instance. You can try to connect with them via LinkedIn, or you can try to involve them somehow in your content. So basically, if you're interested in finding emails, I recommend to use a tool that is called Hunter.io. So I'll share that tool name in the chat, so you can grab it. And basically, it also has an API. So what you can do, you can automatically get the list of emails that are associated with those domains, and it's quite powerful. What you can do also, if you spend your time on analyzing those domains, you can spot those that allows you to write a guest post, which might be an option as well. Because why I love guest posts? Because what you can do, you can allocate the right anchor text. So, well, when we talk about let's say links that are generated with the help of outreach, you can't control anchor text. And sometimes, in some particular cases, one link with the right anchor text, will be the same as 10 links with, I don't know, any random anchor text. So it really depends on a particular situation. But that's the reason why I love guest posts. But otherwise, it's quite expensive, because if we think about an average price per guest post, you need around spend, like, if you hire a copywriter, let's imagine it's like starting from 50 to 70 bucks on a post. If we don't talk about some, like, spammy websites, well, if we talk about websites that's more or less check what they publish. And that's why I wouldn't recommend to use guest posts quite a lot. Also, might be a good option here, quoting an expert. So if you have a good piece where you can add a quote from an expert. That's what you should definitely do. And basically that also might help you generate links, because when you're going to outreach a piece where you have a quote from an expert, it's going to be scored higher rather than a piece with no quotes and no experts. Just because that's a human nature, we just we score everything um, based on those things that are pretty visible, and we don't need to spend a lot of time. So that's why our brain automatically make those associations. It's just like, if you know that expert, that's a good piece. If I don't know those experts, that's I don't know, random piece. Whatever it is. So basically, besides the chance that those experts can link back to you, that also might help you generate links. And also, well, talking about more generic ways of getting things done, that might be in list of useful resources and the end of a post, for instance, that you can update on a regular basis. So, for instance, you do an outreach email that looks like, hey, I've created this piece where I have a list of useful resources, and I found this content on your website, and I want to add a link to your piece. If you can link me back or something like that, whatever it is. Or you can just leave it open, and then if a person say, oh yeah, I want you to add this link, you can just send an email back and say, okay, then can you link me back? So something like that. It depends. Well, I received tons of those emails asking me, like, starting from, can you please add this piece for, I don't know, $50 that I'll pay for you on your website, and ending up, let's exchange links. People tend to tell that, oh no, we don't exchange links, but in reality everyone does it. The other option, which seems to be not so easy to deliver, but that works pretty good in terms of generating links, because other people wanna, what I found, they wanna really link to those pieces, as well as experts that were involved in those roundups. They also tend to link to those pieces. So it's about writing roundup posts with the experts. So what you need to create 1 or 2 questions, asking them something about, I don't know, what their search about, I don't know, particular things, I don't know, flights to Cuba, whatever it is. And so you can then create those roundup, and it's going well. Definitely, those roundups, they are pretty easy to outreach as well. And the other way is creating a page that lists partners. Well, unfortunately, in this page, the only issue with this page is that it's going to generate you links in the majority of cases directly on your main page, which is not so good, because you also, well, for sure, you also need links to your main page, but it's better to have links also to your content. But that might be a starting point. So you first exchange links with partners on main pages, and then you also can exchange links that will be related to particular pieces. Well, it's just pretty basic. You're going to link to other posts in order to get a link. So basically what you do here, what I recommend. So first of all, it's better to prepare some kind of, so it's better to send an email to a person, to let's say to a website to which you want to link to. The reason that is going to make some kind of, that will be your preparation stage, so you will figure out whether a person is, I don't know, interested in having this thing. So you can say, like, you know what, I prepare content, and I'd love to add a link to your post, which I think is a great one, and blah blah blah. And so, and then if this person say, oh yeah, cool, thank you very much for that, and everything like that. You can say, oh, by the way, I've noticed that you have this piece, or like, you might also want to link to this content on my website or something like that. So you need to start a conversation, and it's like kind of manipulation here. If I positively respond to an email and say, thank you very much for doing that, it's much harder to then say like, no, I'm not going to do anything for you. So that's kind of psychology here. And also, as an option here might be partnering with another site to deliver a post. That's a quite popular strategy when you partner with someone else in order to deliver, please generate more links, because you can do an outreach together, so you can team up for that, as well as you can make an interesting, I don't know, kind of survey or something like that that will allow you to generate more links as a result of this. So those are really some kind of ideas that will help you frame your conversation and send the right messages to your outreach list, and that will help you think of this process in a more strategic way. And so I believe that should help you acquire links faster and more effectively. And also, I think when you know how to frame your process, and that's when you do everything in order to reach a goal that you know that, well, I have this goal and everything works for this goal. And so I believe my process that I've shown you, it's really focused on reaching a particular goal, getting acquiring links, and also ranking in Google, because you're going to check the landscape as well as understand how much efforts do you need in order to rank in Google well. Because if you don't take into consideration all those issues, it's going to be very, very hard for you to rank in Google well and receive a stable flow from organic traffic, and that's our final goal. And thank you very much for being with us, and thank you very much for staying here. And if you have any questions, I will be happy to answer. But I believe those questions, they are related to Nikita. Yeah, I don't see questions to my side. Oh yeah, I see questions. Hold on. Okay. So basically, the difference between follow and no follow links. So here is, well, the difference between follow and no follow link is pretty obvious. When we talk about follow link, they are sending the traffic juice, so the authority of domain to your, let's say, to where they're linking to. And no follow doesn't do that. But well, from some point, I've noticed that that follow and no follow links, they sometimes they work in the same way. So basically, if you can get no follow link, it's also good, I would say. So it really depends on how it's structured. So for instance, I don't know, guys, if you have ever noticed, but if you go on Forbes website and you go there and start to click on different links, you will find that sometimes they add an additional redirect. They are not only no follow, but also they add a redirect that's like, protecting Forbes from spammy links. So if a contributor at some point will add a link to a website, they will be so they're going to be they are going to stay safe from this link. So I would say when we talk about follow and no follow links is okay. But when a link has a redirect, that's a bad link, I would say, because it's not sending anything to a domain. It's just a technical link that a user can click and you will get a referral traffic, but that's it. So no value from SEO perspective. Okay. No, yeah, I'm sorry, but we had no way to remove this black rectangle. So, Sebastian, I was talking about how you can structure your content strategy in the way that you are not going to produce content that won't be ranking in Google. So you need to understand the competitive landscape. So basically, check whether the URLs that appear in Google, so they allow you to rank. What I mean here by allow you to rank. So how many referring domains do they have? You need to know, because that will be a goal that you need to reach in order to rank in Google by the same keyword. Also, you need to take into consideration whether those domains are also have a lot of backlinks that are referring to, like, to other pages as well, because that's also preventing you from ranking well if you don't have the same size of domain. So yeah, basically it's more or less about this. And so when let's imagine, like, you want to rank for a particular keyword, and you know that you need to get, well, you analyzed what kind of URLs in terms of their, so you analyzed the URL that appear in Google, and you know that on average they have 20 links. So that's your target here. And also, you know that those domains, they are not big. So the URLs that appear of those domains, they are not big. So basically, you know that that's an opportunity, and you are not going to waste your time, and you will make it in a strategical way. So basically, each time you're going to produce any content on your site, you will know how many links you need to acquire. And you also will be sure that it's going to generate you traffic. Also, I was talking about how you can generate those links. So basically, some approaches that will help you acquire those links. And that's it.
So, okay, thank you, Alex. Thank you a lot. It was very interesting. And let me remind you that the video of this webinar will be available soon after the end of the webinar, and you will be able to watch the whole webinar. And I think that we also upload a presentation from our speakers to our blog, and you can download them. So now I like to welcome Ivan. He is the vice president in our mobile department.
My name is Ivan Kozlov, and I'm VP Mobile here at Sales, JetRadar, Hotlook, and of course Travelpayouts, one of the biggest travel affiliate network in the world. So today I'm going to tell you about one of our main products I'm responsible for, called Travel SDK. So let's start. So first of all, I want to explain you what Travel SDK actually is. Travel SDK is some kind of special module which can be used to integrate flights or hotel search engine into your existing app, like Travel Guide to Trip Plan right now, or it can be used to build your own standalone travel search app. We do have a lot of partners who use our Travel SDK. In total, they built more than 200 mobile apps, did more than 3.5 million search and 15K bookings in April. It's quite enough, right? And the biggest SDK affiliate earns more than 20K a month, and total SDK payout in April was approximately $65,000. So, as you might know, we do have two monetization models in our Travel SDK. So you can earn money with travel payouts, helping your users to find the best flights and hotel deals. And you can get paid for certain ads using Deal programmatic mediation platform, which is integrated into our SDK. So how much you actually can earn with our solution? Well, usually we pay our partners from 50 to 70% of our profit. So it's approximately $6 per flight and $20 per hotel booking. Many partners ask us how much we can earn if we get 100 installs, or let's say 1,000 installs. Unfortunately, I have no answer on that question. It depends on the traffic, on the quality, on the geos you have, and so on. I looked through statistics we have, and I can say that apps earn from $500 to 2,500 US dollars monthly if they have 1,000 daily average users. In my example, 500 earns the app which promotes low-cost flights worldwide, and 2.5K earns the app which is focused on Australian customers, for example. So you see the difference, right? DAO is the daily average users. Yes, daily active users. Sorry. Talking about ads, sometimes our partners get more money from ads than from flights and bookings. It's quite weird, but that's true. So we see that eCPM, so its cost per 1,000 impressions, vary from $1 if you're talking about native ads in, let's say, Russia, to $40 if we are talking about interstitial ads in Australia. So your final payout really depends on geos and volumes you have, of course. Let's dig deeper into our latest version of our product. Travel SDK consists of many screens. First of all, flight search form. While we are quite experienced in UI UX, I believe we've built a form which will convert users with the highest rate. So you can see this form on your screen right now. Next screen is the waiting screen. Unfortunately, our engine needs some time to proceed your search request, but as you can see, we fully redesigned the screen, and now it looks much more attractive than it was. So next, search results. By the way, I think you've mentioned that all screens have different color schemes. That's right. We've integrated 4 different color schemes into our app and made extremely simple but powerful tool to switch between them and create your own schemes in a matter of minutes. So I hope you will love this, guys. Next, filters. We've made really powerful filters with which actually looks and works like filters in our flagship app. Flight details. This green and red scheme is the weirdest one. I think we'll need to replace it with something that looks more sexy. But finally, here it is. So, and the last flight screen is browser, where your customer can finally book a flight. So now I want to introduce you to something absolutely new. Finally, we've added hotel search into our Travel SDK. So your customers now can easily switch between flights and hotels using tab bar in the bottom of the screen. So generally we do support both platforms, iOS and Android, but unfortunately hotels are available only on iOS. But we'll try to ship an update for Android later this year. So on this slide you can see a search form, which looks pretty much like flight search form in order to simplify the whole UX in your app. So next is waiting screen. As you can see, you can add an ad on this screen, in order to monetize your users, but there's just an option, so you can switch it on or off as you wish. It's your choice. And so next, search results screen, visual and clear, nothing excessive, just main information in order to help your users, your customers to find the best hotel. So map with our powerful customization algorithm, which we diligently work on for a while. So next, hotel details. Here we have hotel description, photos, location, amenities, ratings and scores, reviews. So we've got a lot of information about hotel, which helps your customer find what he really needs right now, right here. So, and finally, browser. Well, nothing special here, just browser. We plan to release new version of our Travel ZK on iOS in June, so just stay tuned, guys. Also, I want to give you some advice how to start getting installs in the App Store and Google Play. That's really important because the competition in travel in App Stores is really high right now. So there are many ways to get installs, but there is only one way, except of App Store featuring, of course, to get those installs free. Your app should become highly discoverable in App Store search. So in order to make this dream come true, you need to invest time in ASO, App Store optimization. You need to optimize your app's page in order to be more discoverable on the App Store. So how can you do that? First, I would recommend to choose your niche. That won't be so easy to promote general application because, as I have already mentioned, the competition is really high. So you will compete with apps like JetRadar, our app, Skyscanner, Kayak, Momondo, and hundreds of other apps. But if you choose a niche, the competition won't be so high. So you can make an app for low-cost flights only, or for people who live in some particular country, for example, and so on. Then you need to spend a lot of time working on your app's name, on keywords if we are talking about App Store, on description if we are talking about Google Play. And yes, you need to do that for each country you want to success in. This is really important if you want to get big amount of installs. So finally, you need to work, of course, on look and feel of your app's page in the store, icons, screenshots, again, your app's name, all the stuff affects the conversion rate from App Store page view to installation. So I want to show you some examples. On the left, you see a rather good page, from my point of view, of course. This is our app, and we spend a lot of time on experiments trying to understand what works better. On the right, you see, well, not a bad page, the page which can be improved for sure. So icons, screenshots, well, let's be honest, they're not awesome. I think you understand why. Okay, let's go further. Of course, this is the basics. This topic is huge, and I can spend hours talking about this topic. So here I've put down some useful blogs, Twitter accounts, and websites about App Store optimization. Also, I highly recommend you ASO course. This course will definitely help you to improve your skills in ASO. So, and also I've put down some useful tools to simplify the process of ASO. Yeah, sure, this webinar is recorded, no problem. Okay, in the end of my section, I want to answer on some popular questions. I think some of these questions you also might have. So is our solution free? Yes, it's absolutely free for everyone, and of course it will stay free. What about new Travel SDK for Android? We do have Flights SDK for Android, and as I've already said, we'll try to ship the version with hotels later this year. So how much time regular developer needs to build an app? Well, it depends on how many things you want to change or customize. If you don't want to change anything, it will take, I think, less than an hour to build an app if you're a good, experienced developer. So can you help me to build an app? Well, we can answer any questions and provide some help, but we can't do all the job for you if only you are not our big partner. So how can I add my language into the app? There's no problem with that. You just can email us and we'll do that for you, no problem. Can I turn off all ads? Yes, sure you can. You can do that in our new version of Travel SDK. So what software do we need to use to build an app? Well, you need to use Xcode for iOS application and Android Studio for Android application. So what's on your roadmap? We do have a lot of cool stuff in our roadmap, like price calendar, car rentals, push notifications, RTL version for Arabic countries, and so on. By the way, if you have any ideas, feel free to email us, and maybe we can do some special features for you. Well, I think that's all. I think I will ask you to send all questions you have, guys, to our support team. We'll answer on all of them short. I think this is the best way to discuss some stuff. So thank you so much for your attention. And Nikita?
Yes, thank you, Ivan. Thank you very much. I think both presentations will be available on our blog with all the links, because links was extremely useful, as well as the video of this webinar.